I'm going to tell you something that's probably going to freak you out a little bit, but I'm telling you this to really save you a lot of grief. Stop following Dr. Simeons Hcg diet. In this video, I'm going to tell you who should stop using the Dr. Simmons protocol and why. And it's going to make your life so much easier, and you're going to be able to release body fat faster, have minimal stalls, less hunger, less fatigue, less muscle loss. My name is Colin F. Watson. I'm the #1 HC diet coach in the world and author and creator of HC Body for Life. Now, truth be told, I want to first be the first person to say that I appreciate stumbling across the original Dr. Simmons HG diet 10 years ago. It saved my life. I believe that Dr. Simmons is brilliant, and without this protocol, I don't think my life would not have changed in the lives of thousands of people around the world. But this is the problem. When Dr. Simmons created his protocol, almost all food was organic. It was naturally grown, naturally butchered, and that system has been completely bastardized over the decades. Now foods today, even our fresh meats and poultries and fish, are all either farmed, genetically modified, injected with hormones, antibiotics, sodium, sugars. So now the proteins you're getting today are not the same as they were 50, 60 years ago. It makes a difference in your ability to succeed on this protocol. The reason why I'm telling you to stop following Dr. Simmons' protocol is why. If you have done the protocol once and you follow Dr. Simmons' protocol, the odds are you're going to have pretty good success. In some cases, massive success for those of you that have struggled to lose weight. You think about it, that you're introducing this hormone into your body for the first time. You're getting off all processed foods, processed sugars, artificial sweeteners, starches. You're now getting nothing but clean proteins and vegetables, even though they're extremely low calorie. Your body goes into this complete state of homeostasis. Don't start to balance. You're mobilizing fat. Your liver's detoxing the body, and you're losing body fat in such a rapid way that it blows your mind. And in some cases, the easiest fat loss you've ever had in your life. The reason why I created HC Body for Life is because I started to get feedback from people that I was helping, that they were following the protocol to the letter, to the T, they would say, and yet they would still struggle to lose weight. They'd have multiple stalls, and they couldn't understand why. The reason being is that the proteins portions that Dr. Simmons recommends in his protocol, 3.5 ounces of protein across the board, in most cases is too little protein, and the caloric intake is too small. Years ago, I was puzzled why people were having such struggles when they had such success the first time. Why couldn't they repeat the success even though they were following the protocol the same way? And there were two reasons why. Number one, the obvious reason was they weren't following the protocol the same way. They realized how easy it was the first time. They figured they could cheat and add things to the protocol, add foods in, and still get away with it. Some cases they did in the beginning, but then it was quickly, within 10 to 14 days, the brakes would slam on and they would stop losing weight. But more importantly, what would happen after you've done the protocol the first time, your body's smart. It figures out that this is not something new, and it realizes that you're dipping into starvation mode. Now, Dr. Simmons had a threshold of 500 calories, that if the body went under 500 calories a day, it would immediately trigger a switch to stop the body from processing and burning fat to storing fat, because we have a natural flight and fight mechanism. It's a mechanism that's a default mechanism set into the body to prevent you from starving yourself. Now, the reason why that's important is because the body wants to preserve life. And if it feels you go into starvation mode, it wants to hold on to as much fat as possible. But if you continue down that road and you continue with this extremely low calorie diet and you're under 500 calories a day, the body has the next choice of fuel it's going to go to, it's going to store fat but try to eat up muscle. And that's why you start seeing people get very soft, they get gaunt in the face, they don't look healthy, they don't feel healthy, and they start feeling fatigued, and they're wondering why their body keeps stalling. The weight keeps fighting them, even though they have plenty of fat to lose. Doesn't make sense. So if you're a first-time HCG dieter, you have very good odds of following Dr. Simmons' protocol and having very, very good success. If you're smart, you'll take that success, you'll get the weight off, you'll follow a healthy diet, you'll learn balance and discipline, and keep the weight off for life. Because the second and third time you come around, it's going to be a lot more difficult. The reason why I'm the #1 HCG diet coach in the world and who my clients are the people like you that had great success the first time. You got lucky, thought it was easy, and decided that you were going to modify it and change it. Didn't work. So those are the people that come to me who have a desire to lose weight. They're putting in the work, but they can't get the results, and they need to have it customized. When I wrote my book, HCG Body for Life, I basically reverse engineered the entire protocol. I have this weird scientific mind, and when things don't work or don't make sense, I start to wonder why. So when I reverse engineered the meals, I took every single meal combination that I could come up with based on the amount of protein that Dr. Simmons recommended, along with the vegetables and the fruits he recommended. And I put all these combinations together based on the weights that the 3.5 ounce limit that he put on every protein. In many cases, I came up with 450, 375, 475 calories, sometimes 500, but a lot of times it was under 500 calories a day. Now keep in mind that if you're eating organically, you're going to get closer to getting the right protein in portions, but most people don't. Have you ever looked at the size of an organic chicken breast and a regular chicken breast that they sell in the market? They look almost double in size. The reason being is that it's got sodium, antibiotics. The chicken's not really a chicken. Bottom line is it weighs heavy, even though, and yes, produces less protein. So what happens is your body goes into protein edema, and it makes it difficult for you to lose weight. So what I've done is basically broken down the protocol into portions. I took every single protein on the protocol that was allowed, and I made sure that I reverse engineered it, that each protein to never go under 550 calories a day. This kept the body from going into starvation mode and prevented you from stalling, but allowed you to lose body fat every single day. So when I tell you stop using Dr. Simmons' protocol, or stop following Dr. Simmons' protocol, I'm telling you guys that you know who you are. You're following the protocol. You're eating it. You're eating the food you're supposed to eat. You're eating your what you think is your 500 calories a day, and in many cases you're under 500 calories a day. You're starving yourself. You're losing lean muscle and storing fat, and you're wondering why it's not working. You feel miserable. Your results your scale stops moving, and you quit the diet prematurely. Just by simply increasing your proteins, adding some healthy fat to the diet, which is what we put in our protocol, making sure your caloric intake never drops under 550 calories a day, you can save yourself a great deal of grief, get more success, lose more body fat, preserve lean muscle, and get the body of your life. Preserving lean muscle is the most important thing that you want to do on this protocol. The muscle is going to be the furnace that keeps the weight off in phase 3 and your phase 4 of life. The reason why we introduced exercise in our protocol, because we now have enough food, have enough calories, you have enough energy source in order to be able to exercise and build lean muscle. Our goal for our protocol is for you to gain 3 to 5 pounds of muscle for every 20 pounds of fat you release. It works like a charm. It happens all the time. Dr. Simeons' protocol was brilliant. It was brilliant for 1954. It was probably brilliant for 1964. It may even still be brilliant. It may have been still brilliant for 1974. But after that, we degraded our proteins, we degraded our food quality so much. The bottom line is that by following his simple principles and his portion recommendations in the 21st century, you're basically starving yourself. And by doing so, you're breaking down lean muscle. And this is the thing that people don't realize. When you lose muscle, you can't just replace it easily. Fat stores can be replaced very quickly. Muscle cannot. So when you create a void in the body of lean muscle, the only thing that can replace that muscle space quickly is more body fat. Do you ever wonder why you've lost weight then you gained it all back to the same exact weight. The scale goes right back to the same exact weight in the beginning, but yet you were fatter, softer, and have a higher body fat percentage than you did the first time you started. It's because you lost muscle, and that muscle is now replaced with more fat. So you are literally physically fatter than you were before. In order to prevent that, you must make sure you're getting the right macronutrients, the right micronutrients, the right protein, carbs, and fat when you're following the Advanced HG diet. I wanted to give this warning to you guys out there struggling, wondering why you can't seem to get this protocol to work for you a second, third, and fourth time. And simply it's because you're in starvation mode. You can click on the links below and tap into my free content. I have tons of podcasts and videos and information online that can help you navigate this protocol. And for those of you that need more one-on-one accountability, the more customized life plan protocol, then you can also click the link to my private coaching. But we're here basically to help you produce results. My goal has always been for the last 10 years is to help people not only discover this protocol, implement it correctly, do it one time preferably, get into the body of their life and stay there, and then pay it forward and help somebody do the same. Unfortunately, it's because it's so successful in the beginning and people have such an easy time losing body fat in the beginning, they seem to sometimes think that they can abuse it and come back and do it over and over again. And what happens simply is that the body is too smart for you to hedge your bet, trying to cheat your way to success. This protocol will smack you across the face if you don't follow it to the letter, and it'll pat you on the back and give you great rewards if you do follow it. But you got to follow it the right way, you got to follow the right information. Sometimes things just simply get outdated. Sometimes things need to be updated and replaced. That's the way life has been. Old cars, they get newer engines, newer technology to get them to go faster, to run them smoother, new transmissions and new suspensions to make them drive smoother. You know what? Diets change, macronutrients change. We learn new things. Dr. Simmons didn't understand the quality, or didn't understand the benefit of having healthy fat in the body. Back then, fat was bastardized. Fat was the enemy, right? Sugar was the new thing. Now we know better. Now we know that our bodies run better off of fat source than glucose. We know we runs better off of ketones than sugar. So all we've done is brought the protocol into the 21st century and given you guys the right macronutrients, the right amount of protein, carbs, and fats to help you achieve success, have it be easier, smoother, more effective, have you feel better, and get the body of your life. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. If you like this content, please share it. Subscribe to our channel. I can sure use some subscribers. Click the bell icon for the next video coming up. And we appreciate your support. God bless. Namaste. Enlighten me. Meats and seeds and greets the amazing light in you. Peace.